Hey guys, welcome back. So here you see me placing clear acrylic. I'm going to encapsulate the snow with silver snowflakes. I am placing the clear acrylic a little thicker than usual because these nails are a little bit longer. And everybody knows that clear acrylic is so dense, and you hit it somewhere, or, a mal golpe or whatever, y boom, se te fue la pinche uña. So, I'm sorry if the view is... I was trying to record it from the side view because everybody also always records from the top, and you can't really see the nail because it is on the top. So you can't see it from the side profile unless they take a picture of it or they flip it, So I was trying to record this whole thing at an angle so you guys could see. So here I am placing the snowflakes. So you have to, well, the way I do it, everybody does their nails differently. Do whatever works for you. I place the clear acrylic. I let it get a little bit hard, not too hard, still wet enough. And you see me with the tweezers, I'm pushing the snowflakes down on the corners so they kind of dig into the acrylic. So when you file it, you do not file the tips of the snowflakes. I don't know if that makes sense. If you were to just leave them like that, place another clear acrylic coat on there and then file, you will file the snowflake and it's gonna look like mocha. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you guys, but it's gonna look cut. It's gonna look like the snowflake kind of fell but didn't really fall. So yeah, do that. Make sure you dig them in from the sides. Push them into the clear acrylic. That's the whole point of putting the clear on the bottom. Other than that, if you don't want to deal with all that, and if your client likes to take off their nails every time they get a new set, you could just put a little dot of super glue, put the snowflake down, and then I personally grab a clear, like a clear Ziploc bag, like the ones that come with when you buy glitter or when you buy like little decals or whatever, and then press it down, smooth it, and the snowflake should lay smooth on the nail, on the plastic nail. But that's just one way. I don't like doing it that way because I feel like too much clear on top of the snowflake doesn't really reflect the snowflake. And if you notice, the snowflake is translucent and it's AB. So you want the color to come through. Okay, sis, not translucent. You'll have to give me a break. I'm pregnant. So here I am placing a little bit of glitter. This glitter is blue translucent. It is very translucent if you just lay a small amount of it. So here I'm just going around the snowflakes and just placing a little bit of glitter, para que se vea bonito. Yeah, so we're going to do that, the glitter. And then I'm going to place a thick coat of clear acrylic. But, let's wait to see this glitter. I like to cover where the nail grows because usually that's where it gets a little ugly, So you throw a little bit of glitter right there where you can see the nail still. So you could see the nail and still translucent. It's still clear, but it's going to be a little better looking. And I'm just going to go around kind of like in a little zigzag around the snowflakes. Here, I'm already putting the clear acrylic. Make sure that the clear acrylic you're using is very crystal clear because In these nails, se ve todo. And the bubbles, like, I know there's a problem with clear acrylic. There's bubbles. I don't care what brand you use. Yes, they have bubbles. Some have more than others. But if you know how to work it, if you keep your brush wet and you work it in smaller amounts, it's easier to not deal with the bubbles. So here, just tap, 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 and let's hope for her fucking no bubbles. My client here wanted a blue glitter, kind of ombre onto a clear nail. So we had in thoughts of just doing the navy blue, but then I found this other lighter blue and she was like, just throw it in there, let's do it. So I threw in this lighter blue and I mixed it with the darker blue because we wanted two sizes of the blues, and unfortunately I did not have the same color blue as the little balls. So yeah, that's how we did it. So here you see me fading it. You know, you have to fade it, and it has to look good. If the fade doesn't look good to you, do not be scared to add a little bit more, or to tell your client, hey, like, where do you want the fade? Do you want the fade high? Do you want the fade low? Do you want it to have more clear? You do you, sis. If it doesn't look good to you, then talk to your client. Be like, hey, you know what, this doesn't look good. Let's do the fade a little bit lower. Let me add, to be honest, like, even the smallest amount of glitter will make the hugest difference. Anytime you use glitter in nails, always know that you have to encapsulate it, because once you file it, it will turn silver unless it is already silver. So the best thing you can do is encapsulate it. Make sure that when you place it around the cuticle area, that's why I also prefer using smaller chunks, because you can get into the cuticle area and still place clear on top and file it and still look good, and not look silver up at the top and then, the color of the glitter at the bottom. And make sure you encapsulate it good on the edges also, because since it's clear, well, this nail I'm doing it clear at the tip. So anytime that you do not encapsulate all the way to the edge of the nail, it's going to leave a bubble. And now when you file it, it's going to have a bubble and it's going to look extra crazy. Every time you are doing the cuticle area on any acrylic nail, you have to make sure that the acrylic is not overlapping your cuticle area of your finger. Because once you leave acrylic on the finger, as soon as you start filing, you are potentially gonna cut your client, make it discomfort for her. And if you do not leave it a clean cut, you are gonna risk it for it to be a lifting problem. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is a little dent right there where the snowflake is. So here I am placing a little bit more clear acrylic to make it even. I'm going to tap it until it is even with the top of the nail. Because once I start filing, I'm gonna file the tip and the nail bit is not gonna be leveled. So the middle of the nail is not gonna be smooth. It's gonna be dented. It's gonna be like high, then low, then high again, and that does not look nice. It looks like your nails are being done by somebody that don't care about nails. Here I am going back to the pinky. I noticed that it was not thick enough. These nails are longer than her usual. So you also have to put that in play. If your client doesn't regularly get long nails and wants to go out, she wants to act up, make sure that you do her nails a little bit thicker, because if not, she's going to act like, okay, I've had these nails for a while. Like, I already know how to work them. But no, having long nails is a little bit extra work. You have to make sure that they're thick enough for any time you hit them, they don't break. And they're not used to it. So they're gonna hit them somewhere. Just make them strong enough so they do not break. I'm not saying leave globs. No. There is very good nails out there that are not very thick and still look very good. here you see me filing the nails. I always do the edges of them first because the acrylic tends to go down as soon as it hits the finger if you don't, do them right. So here I am filing. So you grab the nail file, you hold it from the bottom like you see here. You hold it from the bottom and go up. So there is no acrylic touching your fingertip basically. So you're going to do all of them like that. Make sure that they're nice and straight depending on the shape that your client wants. I do the tips at last. Those are the last things I do just to make sure that it is straight. With a fine nail bit or an extra fine nail bit, then you start doing the cuticles with this one like you see here. And I still go over the sides just to smooth them out, make them straight. And then after I'm done, you can do it with the nail bit or with a handheld file and do the tips, and they should be smooth AF. This was the end product. Hope you guys enjoyed it.